possible though. Own that. Yeah. Well, you always send stuff in. Yeah. Whenever you got it, send it in. And then eventually you'll have the confidence, right? And you'll have enough products come in that you always got stuff to send in. Right there. Yeah. Factor in the shipping cost on SellerAmp as well. What's up in your neck of the woods, Garrett?
What's up? What's up? Alyssa's parents. We just had like a cookout with Alyssa's parents.
Oh, cool. Cool. Okay. That's fire right there. Sweet. What's up with everyone watching this? Are you guys buying these Labor Day deals? I've placed 26 OA orders in the last 24 hours right there.
You have?
Yes, sir.
That's love.
Yeah, because when certain of these sites basically they're not huge orders for anyone wondering, but certain sites they only let you like the discount might be like $15 off 75 or something like that. So you just place a bunch of orders basically.
Oh, is that Old Faithful?
Yes, yeah. Keep sending it in. How much should I charge for shipping on FBM, especially on products like shoes? Yes, Carlos. So I'd recommend just doing free shipping. It's much easier to do that. It's also better for customer psychology. And just bake that into your product costs essentially. And you'll notice when you look at a lot of listings, that's what most people do. There are a lot of sellers with products that have IP and PL alerts. You list products with these alerts. Very good question, Frank. So private label alerts tend to just be based on the seller count. However, you need to be able to check them and see if it's just one seller or two sellers the whole time, or if in the past it's been higher. And you have to consider what brand it's coming from as well. Right there. In terms of IP, well, so all this IP data is, crowdfund, right? So something might have IP complained on a certain ASIN a couple years ago, right? So it's on you to look through lots of products within that brand and make an educated decision on whether or not you've seen IP complaint history on that product, right there. And that's, you know what I mean? You also can check stuff, you know what I mean? All you guys should be talking to other sellers constantly so you can get a lot of good info from that as well.
The other thing is with a lot of these brands, they don't necessarily IP every single product. That's why it's important, like Miles was talking about, to actually check the data of that specific product, right? Because, for example, like Hoka's, some of those products, some of Hoka shoes, they definitely IP, but some of them they clearly aren't checked.
Yeah, and I think
or
they
don't care about
some shit too. Yeah.
So it's all important. It's just like anything, right? You can literally just copy and paste. It's a case by case basis across most of the questions that people ask, just because that's really what it is. Velocity is going to be relative based on a specific product. Profitability, all of these things are really independently factored. So it's so important to really learn what's going on rather than try and make coverall assumptions.
That's very, very true. I'm gonna get the IG stream going as well. I'm just gonna get my water.
I say shoes are great. Yeah, shoes are great, but you have to be really understanding of what's going to happen, right? If you treat shoes like any other product, you're probably going to lose. What reason why I say that, right? If you expect a 13 to 15% margin across all your products and you treat shoes just like that, well, then that 15% margin after a return or two is going to be negative. And so how we approach shoes, and we don't necessarily do a ton of shoes, but how I work with people, the other sellers who do shoes, is treat them like 2 or 3x what you typically would your standard product. If you're expecting 13 to 15%, you have to say yes, and shoes have to be 30%, 25%. We really want to be baking in all the risk mitigation up front as possible to account for the returns that are inevitable.
Very, very true, my friend. All right, I got the IG stream going as well.
There. Oh, your video is a lot better now. But I don't know what you did.
Really? It's great. It's just the lighting maybe right there.
It was it was really fuzzy before, but now it's better. I don't know.
Oh shit. Okay, good. Yeah, bro. No, it was great meeting you too. Right there. Awesome. I've been watching your videos for a minute, man. What up, everyone on Instagram as well?
Right. Makeup is cool because it's typically higher ASP, and it's small, so it's easy to ship. The fees are small, high ASP. I feel like makeup doesn't really get returned too much. No, the other thing is a lot of females, I feel like, have their bread and butter, right? So they order the same thing on repeat time and time again. And so naturally, I really do think there's just going to be a lot less returns with that, but the same upside with variations, right? The benefit of clothing and apparel is you may find one size, color, etc. and that leads you to 4, 5, 6 other different variations that act similarly. You can probably see the same sort of compounding upside with one, I don't even know what they call it, flavor, not flavor, but like one like variation of makeup, and you can potentially find other styles within that listing that are just as good.
It was nice meeting you. Yeah, Dan, it was nice meeting you too. Are you hiring at the moment? Not currently. Right there. Oops, someone wants to be in the live video. Hey, Miles, do you think? What do I think? How do you find the right product to sell? So you go to a product that you know is reseller friendly, which luckily you can see thousands of examples, I guess hundreds right now, soon to be thousands. Hundreds of examples of that in my product research videos, Garrett's product research videos, Warner's product research videos. And you look at the methods we use, which is like reverse sourcing, manual sourcing, keep a product finder, everything like that. Appreciate you, Garrett. Yes, sir. Man, Eddie in the building. Eddie did some serious numbers in August, man. That's awesome.
I want to open my LLC up and get a business bank account. Which do I go with? Just go with Chase. That's the easy answer. I don't think it really matters, though, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, you can't.
It probably makes sense to keep your bank account, business bank account, and similar under the same domain as your personal, but it doesn't matter.
Is it easier to ungate on a professional account as compared to an individual account? I don't even think you can on an individual account, right?
What's that?
I don't even think you can ungate with an individual Amazon account, right?
I have no experience.
Yeah, get a professional account though. If you're watching our stream, you know you're serious. You need a pro.
Yeah, on a holiday like today, if you're watching this particular stream, you have no business getting an individual account.
Yeah. I heard you were at Amazon United. Sorry to have missed you. Oh, cool. You were there, Palmetto. Cool. Yeah, next time. Is it easier to ODR is near 2 for 1 chargeback? What's the best plan of action? Sell more items. You're fine. Not going to be an issue. I'm sure you have the little thing, but I think you'll be fine. I took your course last month, but you don't answer messages. Where did you message me, man? I don't think I've seen messages from you. Yeah, I don't. On Amazon Flex, while tuned in, does Walmart work for ungates? Yes. Currently source choose for FBM. Absolutely. Yeah, Peyton, you're lucky, bro. Being in Delaware, it's way easier for you. For grocery, is it all about bundling products? Are we talking about actual supermarkets or places like Target and Walmart? So for grocery, at least for OA, it's typically going to be like Target and Walmart, but the majority of grocery is wholesale. It's just the way that supply chain works. So if you're interested in doing a lot of grocery, I would look up like grocery suppliers in your area and get to it. That and like local chain grocery stores too. Dude, Danny got me this. It's pretty cool. You just wind it up. It's a little timer action right here. Oops.
For what? Just for whatever?
Oh, dude, it's amazing when you put it on and say like, I'm going to work on this for 15 minutes. The time flies. It helps your focus. As Seller has base keep charts, so I guess keep a subscription conceptually. I would say you would. Right there, you're going to want buy box statistics, variations tab, etc. Especially if you're new, you could get away with just SellerAmp, but I think you should have both.
Just place an order for like 15 shoes. Where should I get boxes to FBM them?
Yeah, Walmart to start, Home Depot, whatever's closest, Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, etc. And then eventually you'll probably buy them bulk from Uline.
Amazon wants to raise refer. It doesn't matter because all sellers have the same.
That's only seller fulfilled Prime too. Yeah, and the cost gets passed on to the customer. Economics, right there. You know,
those things where the entire seller base has the same. Everyone is playing by the same rules, right? So no one has an advantage with fees and those sorts of things. How do you scale since a lot of stores online sites have a limit on units unless you're buying from a distributor supplier? So it depends on the site, right? All sites are going to operate differently. Some are going to let you to place order after order after order under a specific amount. Some are going to let you place one big buy without really any threat of cancel. Some are going to cancel. You don't know how different sites are going to operate specifically for you until you test it out, right? Miles and I have had different variances of success with the same site, even being from the same state, right? And that's just kind of the nature of it, based on IPs, what they're looking for, credit cards, billing addresses, all those sorts of things. So test out the sites, see what works, and troubleshoot. That's the big thing. If they cancel you once, that's not the end of the world. Try different quantities. Try maybe a different billing address, different shipping address, different credit card. Use PayPal, use Apple Pay, use Google Pay. Try different things because the benefit is if you can get around those cancels consistently, how many people are going to fall off? How many people is that going to separate you from? How many people are going to stop after the first cancel and be like, this site doesn't work. Let's try something else. That's a big moat around your business, around your products, around your listings that if you can overcome those cancels, it gives you so much of an advantage.
What was the first product you sold and where did you source it? On Amazon, a used book from a thrift store. Or no, I got the used book for free from a teacher. It was like the third one I sold was like $80. So I made like $70 profit. It was wild. Or like I guess like $60 profit. In terms of first online arbitrage item, pair of Adidas sneakers that was probably bought from Foot Locker. Right there. What about you, Garrett? For OA? Some type of shoe from the outlet, probably, right?
Online arbitrage.
Yeah.
Definitely something from a leads list.
Oh,
Definitely.
really? Oh, back
Yeah.
in the day. Oh, nice. Do you still
Probably,
do any?
probably
Yeah.
from Target.
Not currently, but I will be during December for sure. Everyone needs to be doing FBM. You say you don't have time to do FBM. I say you don't have time to not do FBM. Right there. Are there certain products which is okay to sell that the brand owner? So absolutely, that can be the case, right? If you can see that there's lots of other sellers that are happily selling that product and have been selling that product for a while, which you'll be able to easily tell from the Keep It chart.
How do you get over the cautious mindset where you wonder if something will sell or not? By experience and confidence.
Yeah, experience. Yeah, time, man. You know what I mean? The nice thing is you can buy one of shit, right? You can buy one of stuff, you know?
And the really cool thing is, especially over the next 3-4 months, there's tons of opportunity for merchant referral FBM. And so if you're really, really cautious, which I mean, everyone has their own risk tolerance, right? That's not for Miles and I to judge. Everyone has their own situation. If you are uber conservative, uber risk averse, then buy 5 units.
Stop being very, very risk averse because
Well,
that's
yes.
but you build that confidence over time.
Yeah, and you can buy it, merchant referral. If it doesn't operate how you expect over 2 weeks, just return it, right? That's not going to be a scalable strategy. But for the first month or so, for the first couple of weeks, to really push you over the edge, it may work.
And guys on Instagram, feel free to drop questions as well. That confidence is the only difference. Yeah, completely, right? Confidence and threshold to take action. Yeah, completely. What's the best advice you would give to your younger selves when you started Amazon FBA? Post everything online, everything.
That's my big
day one. Document for the ground up. Meet other people, get on Zoom, text with them, swipe up on people's stories, comment on people's stuff, build yourself leverage. Because right now, most of you guys watching this, you have a 0% chance, of anyone hitting you up and be like, yo, look at this, right? And then the second you start existing in the community, the chances skyrocket right there. So that's the best thing by a mile. That's the common trait between everyone who I know who's successful with this stuff is they talk to other Amazon sellers constantly. A common trait between everyone I know who doesn't figure this out is they never talk to anyone who sells on Amazon. So they have to make all the mistakes themselves, find all the opportunity themselves. They don't get validation on stuff for several weeks, etc. Does it have to be the original box? Yes. What do you think about bundles? I think it's a great idea. Documentation is the hardest. No, it's not. Nothing's hard. 60 years ago, people our age were going to war. Nothing is hard. Pick up your camera and press record. Network makes the dream work. That's what I'm saying. People say you don't actually save much by doing FBM. On average, both FBM and FBA cost the same. Do you agree? Absolutely, I agree. It's not the money that you save. It's the time that you save and the confidence you can build a lot quicker and the money you can make a lot faster. Please make manual sourcing videos on different categories other than clothing. You guys want to see me go to work on Ulta or some shit? Right there. I'm going to have to learn a lot of new brands. It'd be a boring video. I mean, I can do it, but like it'd be tough to make an entertaining video where I could find stuff really quick. What do I do with FBA inventory that I can't sell because Amazon joined the listing? Drop your price or consider how long in the past Amazon has been on the listing when they hop on it. Right there.
There's a lot of listings where Amazon's on it for 60% of the time. That leaves 40% of the opportunity for other people, right? 80% of the time Amazon's on the listing. That's 20% of the time third-party sellers are winning, right? Every listing is going to operate independently from each other. The main piece is to really identify and understand the history and understand how and the frequency at which Amazon is coming in and out of stock. Miles and I don't have an affiliation with any leads list, but one of the guys we know pretty well, OA Deals, I think he still operates a leads list, so I would look into him.
Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty good, yeah. Ulta is easier than shoes tracking. Interesting. First time products for FBA with nothing ungated. Whatever you find profitably and then get ungated in it.
Suggestions for plan of action on ODR, had buyers. So Miles and I, we don't really do much with the plan of action stuff. There's a lot of...
Won't actually need it. Yeah, just sell more items and you'll be chilling.
Yeah.
Right there.
Whoever's saying life is hard in the U.S. needs to watch Recreating Cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. If the manufacturer changed the packaging, but the listing image remains the same, that's up to you to judge whether or not you got to make sure it's the right product. Looking at the label, it's just kind of up to you if you want to take risks with that, because some customers might complain. What's the biggest piece of advice for starting out buying in-store rather than OA? Get to know the managers, get to know the employees, get them on your side, invested in your mission, which typically means, being cheerful, maybe a gift card here and there, right? And then they'll take care of you and let you know when you come in. You can get these places on lock. They'll let you know when new inventory comes in. How to win buy box without the lowest price. Price where other people are getting the buy box. If you're FBM, have 0 to handling time. If you're at FBA or FBM, have a repricer on. And if
that's a big one.
The repricer that I use, there's a tutorial in the description breaking down that.
Should I still send in the product if the manufacturer changed the packaging but the listing image remains the same? If the integrity of the product is the same, then yeah, you may get a couple of returns. But that's just kind of the nature of it. But yeah, you should be good. Happens a lot with grocery stuff.
I find a lot of good products, and I can't see the way other people are selling them because I can't find them anywhere to buy them for a profitable price. So that's the game, my friend. You have to know how to get discounts on these websites. Basically every website, 95% of them have some sort of discount or multiple that you can use. So it's on you to have the Chrome extensions, Capital One Shopping, Rakuten, Top Cashback to be on their email newsletter so they notify you when sales are going on, to hit up the customer service and ask if they have a sale going on, or my favorite, work with other Amazon sellers, and you guys will find the discounts on these websites way quicker, and then you can track them and use them again over time.
It's a good question. Suggestions for people still working their 9 to 5 and trying to scale this business. So you need to leverage your time.
Hard. Yeah. Like the fact that you said still working their 9 to 5 clearly shows that you don't want to be doing that. So you need to go astronomically hard. You need
to increase your time leverage, right? You need to multiply your time hours, right? That's talking to other people. So you have leads coming back to you. That's using a prep center so you don't have to waste time prepping, right? You don't want to be doing those hourly rate jobs like prepping, like some of the boring stuff that you do. And so that's really, it's meeting people so you have value coming back and outsourcing when you can.
Will the person with a lot of stock get more buy box percentage than others? Typically, yeah. Typically. And the nice thing is you can see the proof of that. If an item has a steady and high rate of third-party sellers, is it safe against IP complaints? There's no guarantees, but typically, yeah. And you can see the history on a product and see that. Got to crush FBM to quit the 9 to 5. Yeah, exactly, right there. Got a 30% off coupon just by, that's the way to do it. Hey, that's the way to do it. You can find so many coupons just looking around on Google and trying stuff out. Right.
What's a good net margin after all expenses? It shouldn't be really below 10%, 12% after fees and expenses and all sorts of things like that. Really that 13 to 15 range is probably going to be the sweet spot, especially OA, probably maybe closer to 16, but wholesale, you'll probably be around 12 to 15.
Are you still using the same preps I mentioned in the course? I've actually always had my own. The pricing seems a bit high for beginners. Check out some of the other ones, man. Prepcenter.com. What time differentiating between what's a good seller on Keepa using the data and variations? I'm not sure what you mean, Judge. Why does some SKUs seem harder to ungate than others? It's just the chance of stuff getting approved right there. How do you avoid IP complaints since we don't? Well, dude, counterfeit cases are, you just beat it. You just submit your receipts right there. You submit your receipts and then you jump. Right there.
You guys send your stuff to a prep center or let Amazon do the prep center.
Prep center. Yeah. Don't let Amazon do prep.
I need to outsource bookkeeping. Do you guys use a VA or local bookkeeper? Don't use a VA with your bookkeeping. That's too important. Use like a domestic like local bookkeeper. Miles and I interviewed a guy, Chris Potter. He has his own bookkeeping software. You could probably check out his.
How do you resell product, bruh? Any practice when looking at how much other sellers have? Would you avoid a listing with 2 or 3 sellers with 60 units? I never look at how many stock other people have. The Keepa chart's going to tell you if everyone's getting sales or not, right? If say now it isn't even the case that's, sure, having a lot of stock helps for getting the buy box, but it's not going to let someone like dominate it, right?
I just started working 100 hours with 2 jobs a week. Jeez. And limited budget. If I don't have the ability for prep center and VA yet, is it more just less sleep and drive through or any better options?
100 hours with 2 jobs a week. So it's clearly you're working hard. You're just not working on the right stuff. I mean, you're not actually working 100 hours a week. I mean, maybe, but like you need to get better skills, man. How are you working 100 hours a week and have time to come to the stream right here?
Holiday, maybe.
I've been doing FBA for months now and barely make any product to live on. My brother, you went to college for 4 years. You went to grade school for 12 years to be able to live on that. What makes you think this is going to work in a couple months? Especially considering, Rod, I'd bet great money that no Amazon seller has ever heard your voice, that you have no social media presence that's attracting other people to you that's going to make it easier. Right there, I don't see how you would be able to live on it within a couple months. Right there, that'd be very, very rare. That accounts for states that have sales tax categories such as PA. Yeah, Corey, that'd be super complicated, unfortunately, but I completely agree. So the lowest FBA seller won't get the buy box. Not all the time, but you'll see it on the Keepa chart what the cadence is for that specific item. Do you think college is worth it? Fuck no. Unless you're going to be like a doctor, lawyer, whatever. I mean, the like 5K a year, go party for 4 years, have a shitload of free time to build. That's like not a bad life. Like the state school.
If it was 5K, yes, but more like 40K a year.
Yeah, no, well, state school, my brother in Christ. State school right there.
How do you guys deal with lost FBA inventory? Yeah, so we both have a reimbursement service that does it for us, seller investigators. They kind of handle all that. They monitor our accounts. They file the reports to get back money on the lost inventory.
Have a 9 to 5. Do you recommend getting prep center? Yeah, I mean, if you can do 500 units a month, and then do FBM during Q4 for sure. Right there. When Keepa shows buy box on a product that moves, is that a bad sign? Not necessarily. It's definitely not a good sign, but it's not like catastrophic that you're going to say no to that item. Yeah, exactly. Is it smart to purchase a leads list? No. You're in here. We'll help you for free. Watch my sourcing videos. Watch Garrett's sourcing videos, and you'll be good.
How hard is it to get wealthy off of Amazon FBA? It depends how easy you make it on yourself.
Everything else, yeah, it's hard to make. But like, you got to consider, to make $100,000 a year at a job, you got to go to school for 12 years, probably college for another 4, and then work for like typically like 5 to 10 years, unless you're like a savage. Right there. So that's like a 20-year process right there. You guys are expecting to make 100K, year one profit, which makes is just disgustingly off expectations. Unless you absolutely go hard like Aaron and I did, which let us do that. Right there.
I have advanced degrees, and I can say it is not worth it.
Went to cheapest state school and only 70K in debt now. Oh shit, damn, cheapest state school. All right, I don't know what state you live in, but yeah, you got to get after it, man. Working in retail. All right, well, you're in the right place, man. Watch some YouTube videos and get the fuck after it. You got a mountain to overcome, and let's do it. How long does it take to make 5K a month monthly from wholesale? I mean, there's no time limit, because I mean, for example, you could call 1,000 distributors in the next week, and I would actually bet very good money you'd make $5,000 profit this month. But will you do that? Probably not, right? Most people drastically underestimate the amount of work it takes to make money. Right there. Can you list an item that the actual brand is selling? If other people are listing it, yeah. Who is your favorite nephew? I'd say probably Jimmy. Jimmy right there. Yeah. I'd say probably Jimmy. Maybe Max Catalano or Max DeVase. But yeah, probably Jimmy, if I had to say. Are tools and automotive categories to start in for LA? Probably, yeah. I mean, if you can see other low review sellers moving it, then for sure.
Could you name one great sale going on right now? I mean, literally any single site. I Googled famous footwear. It comes up with $15 off.
It's lit. Yeah.
$15 off 75, 20 off 100, 30 off 120 with code back to school 2023. That was the first one I looked. Nike's probably the same way. Adidas is probably the same way. Under Armour's probably the same way. Walgreens probably the same way.
Yeah, it's everywhere, guys. You just got to get I mean, if you go open up any product and then hit Google on SellerAmp, you're probably going to see a shitload of websites. There's a good amount of them going to have deals going on right now. How much do prep centers cost? Depends on the specific prep center, but probably in the range of $1.25 to $1.75 base. Right there.
You do not need an LLC. Are you able to prep the package after working 9 to 5? Yes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, there's people out here, there's a woman who gave birth and did 50K rev in 1 month. Right there. What up, Taylor? And I see a lot of people prefer FBA over FBM. If the fees are higher, can you explain your opinion? Yeah, it's much more scalable to do FBA. However, I think you should do both. Yeah, $1.50 is normal right there. Have you ever used price monitoring bots for OA? Absolutely. I think that's a great method. that have ridiculously low
And Keepa is built in with a price monitoring bot, right? Which a lot of people underuse. You can monitor specific listings price action when Amazon comes in stock, when Amazon goes out of stock,
Yeah.
when FBA reaches a certain price point. Keepa has a built-in price bot that not enough people use. I've come across listings that have ridiculous low sales ranks, but when I look at the offer counts, I don't see much movement. Can you explain why that is?
Variations.
Yep. Maybe one seller owning a lot of the listing, maybe variations, but yeah, those are really going to be the two big ones.
Best product categories to start out with, whatever you like. I've always been a basketball player. I like sourcing shoes was easy, right? If you're into makeup, start there. If you're into video games, start there, right? Whatever is and it's also consider like what stores you have locally to you too. If you got like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, it's going to be easier. If you got Nike out, easy to do shoes.
Your thoughts on selling juice on Amazon? People get too emotional about the products. It's about the data.
Matter. Yeah.
We don't buy products, we buy data, right? We buy the 90 days historical data behind specific products. I don't care if it's a toothbrush, a hat, a t-shirt, shoes, etc. We're buying the data that represents that the product represents. Has nothing to do with the product. I sent in items on Saturday to FBA and items in the lot sold already. How is that possible?
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Hey man, you got the sauce, baby. Hey, get some more in. Hey, let's not worry about it. Get some more in. So yeah, sometimes Amazon, when they just intake product, it sells quick. That's awesome. Does Amazon give you labels for FBM or do you make your own? So yeah, you buy through Amazon typically, 99% of the time. So Amazon's cheapest. You guys are killing it with the questions today. Keep them coming. Right there.
Amazon Express, the best credit card. So Amazon Express American Express has the Plum, which is useful for people that are just getting started, want to leverage that and maximize credit for merchant fulfill and really increase liquidity because it has a 60-day payoff card. But Chase has a couple good ones. If you have cash, 2% cashback card is going to be the best. If you if you want to stretch out the cash you do have, 60-day payoff is probably going to be the best, right? Because based on the account reserve and just how Amazon works, credit without cash backing it is only going to get you so far.
Drop some more sauce for FBM Q4. Okay. Pickup orders at your local retail stores are absolute sauce because you can literally buy stuff and sell it same day. Here's some crazy sauce. So go to any listing, right? Most listings. And go on Keepa and go to data, buy box statistics, filter it by highest price. And then you can see when people hit those high prices in the buy box. Look who's FBM from last year, December, and then storefront stock those people this year. And now you'll find the people that have big brains that crushed last year that are going to be running that back this year and making it back again. And you can storefront stock their products right there. Also, a lot of December sale or a lot of Black Friday sales are going to last into December. Right there. And then honestly, most people don't even try. Like it's so easy to dominate them. Like most people sell out of their FBA inventory, their Q4 inventory, like December 10th. So there's so much money to be made from like December 10th to the 25th and the earlier days too. How many months should your stock last? Your stock should only last a couple days when you're new. To take away the yearly fee. My brother in Christ, don't worry about the annual fees, man. Like if you're worried about $150, like it's not for you.
Do you get credit card points for Amex Plum? If you pay it off within 30 days, you do. But the value of that card is the extra payoff period, right? The 1.5% cash back that you get by paying it off early. You can be getting that cash back 2%. Or you can get 2% cash back by the 30-day payoff period with other cards. So it doesn't make sense to pay off the Plum early because you have the 30 extra days for a reason.
2%, but the fee is high. Dog, like you're worried about $150. Like, don't worry about that. You pay it off easily if you spend any type of money. So if I understand correctly, you have to pay for shipping fees to the prep center. Nope. From 99% of online retailers, shipping's free. Pay the prep center, yes, but it saves you time and saves you a ton of money. And then account for shipping fees from prep to Amazon on top of item costs. Luckily, shipping to Amazon is insanely cheap. It's by far not even close the cheapest shipping costs you'll see in any like any type of e-commerce. How many hours a week do you recommend beginners to work to make it if they're serious? As much as possible. And luckily, your hours you work now are going to be worth, 1/10 of what they should be worth 6 months from now because you're going to get a lot better right there. So I probably wouldn't even start if you're worried about how little time it'll make because that's a very employee mindset and it's just not going to work. If you think about it that way, you should be worried about doing whatever it takes, not worrying about how little time it will take. Struggling with Nike on Gate, call Amazon. How soon before a product should you send in holiday related? Oh, sorry, this is a good question. How soon before a holiday should you send in holiday products to Amazon? So if you're asking that question, I don't want you to send holiday products into Amazon at all. I purely want you to wait until those items are beautifully profitable, and then I want you to buy them and I want you to FBM them right there.
We missed a good question. Where to go?
This is a good one too. No, there's tons of listings that even have, 50 or 40 or 30 or 60 or even 100 sellers that just sell crazy quick, price is stable, and I'm in there. It's not about how many sellers are on a listing. It's about the trend of sellers, because that's going to affect the price.
Why should you only stock for a few days? Because when you're new, you don't have the confidence and the data fluency to go deep, right? We wouldn't want you to buy 30, 45 days worth of a product, especially if you're new and that product doesn't operate or doesn't stay profitable for that long, right? So we want you guys to be as liquid as possible to be able to diversify your catalog, to not over leverage yourself, right? Because if your business is worth $1,000 in the beginning, you buy $500 worth of one product, and that product goes tanks, well, now your business is shot, right? So we want you guys to really stay thin, stay wide, and when you find something that works, double down.
Guys, also, I want to mention, I made like a sick, completely free guide. It's flipsformilesguide.com. I'll also link it for you guys. That I think a lot of you guys should go through. It's going to give you like a really good baseline of kind of understanding all this stuff. And I think it'll be very helpful for you guys and give you everything you need to know to get started with this week right there. So it's flipsformilesguide.com. For FBM, how do you change shipping times? Okay, got this one memorized for you, Ange. Top right, gear menu, drop down menu, shipping settings. Right there, right? And then you hit shipping settings, and then you hit general shipping settings, and then you scroll down and you see handling time. You change it to ideally 0 right there. Appreciate the boys with great info. As always, Jack, got you, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Start with whatever you got. Absolute facts right there. Just read the guide and saved it to my files reference. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Check out the free guide right there. Boom, do this, do this, do this. Here's what these terms mean, all that stuff. Then add whatever Amazon. Yep. Explain the scan codes. Yeah, my friend, you just print them through Amazon Seller Central. It's nice and easy right there. Okay, cool. Could you share the UPS rates you asked us to remember, please? Yes. Damn, I might have to like buy a domain and make it like flipsformilesfbm.com or something that just like lays it out right there.
That's
but yeah,
that's super smart.
0 to 4 ounces is 0 to 4 ounces is going to be around like $4. 5 to 7 is going to be around like 4 or 5. 8 to 12 is going to be between 5 and 6, high fives, and then 13 to 15, right below 1 pound. It's going to be about like 650, maybe 575 is in the same state. Above 1 pound is going to be in like the 11 to 13 range.
Do you FBM shoebox with a no top? I wouldn't recommend it. You need the box.
What should I do if I don't have a place to store packages? If you got a place to sleep, you got a place to store packages. Just period. Like period.
Would it be smart to do test runs on more than one product? Of course, yeah. The more test out as much as possible, and when you find something that works, double, triple down. Right? That's what we did in the beginning, and it worked extraordinarily well for both Miles and I.
But yeah, I mean, you can use Prep Center to start with, but it's going to require you to call all that kind of stuff.
Slower, right? Your time is money in the beginning. You need to be as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Prep Center is going to prolong that period a little bit, and that's going to slow down your money.
Okay, great question here. Thank you, ST. Can you change ownership of an Amazon account? Absolutely, you can. However, everyone write this down. If you're ever going to change like your bank account or switch over to an LLC, you need to call Amazon prior. Otherwise, they will temporarily, but it'll make you a little shocked. They'll temporarily shut down your account for a couple hours and verify. Would it be smart to do test runs on more than one product when you start off? Absolutely, Tony. You need to be trying as many products as possible with really small quantities. Right there. You ship directly to the Prep Center. What are main brands that send out IP complaints? Whatever brands show Keepa charts that go like boom, or that only have like one seller forever that don't let you list them.
Would you recommend getting a DBA? No, just sell more products.
Sell more products, family. Yeah.
There are no FBA offers on a listing, but like 5 to 14 sellers FBM. Would you gain an advantage? Yes, you can. That's a really good. That's some high level thinking right there.
Yeah, it's probably hazmat though, so you probably aren't going to be able to FBA.
Yeah.
Any success sourcing at liquidation bin stores or warehouses? Yeah, definitely, bro. Just make sure they can give you invoices right there, which I'm sure they can, especially if you're buying like wholesale. You have fun cooking Nike? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we got all the hustlers in here. It's Labor Day. You see who's really about it right here, right? Everyone's bringing the energy with the questions. I love it. Keep them coming. Right
Piper
there.
has my dangerous goods 5 months ago. How long? It takes a while. It's probably 1,000.
Yeah. Give them a call though, low key, and see if they can manually approve them too. Dope. Thank you, sir. Got you, my friend. Looking forward to the next BBB episode. Yeah, we're cooking BBB. We took like 2 weeks off because we were traveling. We'll be back this week. Are you sourcing backpacks and slides seasonally if the volume and opportunity, or are you still buying? Dude, so the nice part is like it's not like these products just stop selling.
Right.
Right? Like if the rank's low, the rank's low, right? All we care about is data, right? Like for example, someone asked me today, it's like they sent me a Kiva chart and it was like, do people still buy slides or something like that in September? And I'm like, the rank's 12K. Of course they do, right? Data is all that matters, boys and girls. Thanks from Pompano Beach. Cool. Yeah, that's love from Miami right there.
Labor sales ends today. I mean, it depends on the site. Some of them probably go through tomorrow. Some of them may last the end of the week, but some of them probably end tonight as well.
Yeah, a lot. It should be tonight and tomorrow night will be the big days. Yeah. How do you keep track of invoices? SellerAmp Google Sheets feature. Google Sheets track all your order numbers and corresponding ASINs. That way, if you ever get an inauthentic complaint or anything like that, you can just search the ASIN in the spreadsheet, copy and paste the order number to your email. Boom. Is it possible to buy products from Amazon when stuff is on sale? Absolutely. Just don't buy them via Prime. Yeah, bro. Make more videos right there. That's love right there.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
that. Who is that in the profile picture? MMAB.
I have no idea.
I wonder if that's a professional fighter and that's like
be ready.
A content channel or something like that. Cool. So yeah, guys, we'll be on for like 10 more minutes or so. So feel free to keep the questions rolling. Right there.
10 days left until May 18. Been watching you for a few months. You ready to start? You gotta go. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's you have all the info. So once you turn 18, you're ready to rock.
Yeah, bro's gonna be it. Well, the nice part is you can start sourcing now, Judah.
Yeah.
That's what's clutch, bro. It's just you want to be able to have the Amazon account right there.
Is it true that you shouldn't sell products that have already competitors with thousands of reviews?
Well, the data is going to tell you that. The data is going to tell you,
If you're looking at a product and every single set person in the buy box rotation has thousands of reviews, and there's maybe 10, 15, 20 people that are on the listing, not in the buy box rotation with, tens of reviews, that's a huge indication that that algorithm, for whatever reason, is favoring the bigger sellers.
Yeah.
Probably you'll see that with a lot of grocery products, maybe some beauty. But good thing is, right, with clothing, apparel, shoes, there's no wholesale going on. And so your competition's other people doing exactly what you're doing, what you want to be doing, buying from the same sorts of stores.
Yeah. And you'll see it in the Keepa chart too. If people aren't getting the buy box, the price is going to be going down. Yeah. Oh, dude. So Judah's the man. Okay, cool. Fire. How much is a good amount to start with for beginners? Whatever you got. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you become the type of person that can be successful, you have a good work ethic, you're consuming the content, you're going to figure it out. You're going to find the money, right? So start with whatever you got. Although ideally a couple $1,000.
Ungated. What is premium beauty? I don't really do any beauty, so I don't know.
It's like super high end makeup, basically.
Is that ungating different? Miles Amazon United.
Yeah, it's a different category. Yeah. What is scheduling a call with you entail? Yeah. So if anyone's interested for Q4, now is a perfect time to join my coaching program. Helped a bunch of people hit their first 6-figure month in August. Bunch of people at their first 10, 20, 30, 50K a month. We're going to have a shitload of people break 100 in December. And I want that to be one of you guys as well. So if you're serious and you really want to work hard, you can go to flishmilescoaching.com or apply at the link in my description and we can get after it. Is there anything that you haven't done YouTube videos on? Oh yeah, of course. This is a whole sourcing method. Yeah. There's probably 10 hours of stuff that's not covered on YouTube.
Miles Amazon United is great, but it seems like someone was missing. Yeah. I wish I was there. I wish I was there. I
mean, you know what to expect, but yeah, you did fuck up that. Do you have a repricer on for every single ASIN, even if the buy box is stable and rank is stupid low? That's an incredibly good question. Yeah, bro. Some stuff I just won't reprice on. It just moves nice and well. I don't want to hurt it. Maybe I'll use a repricer, but I'll put the minimum high, right, just to make sure I don't undercut. Right there. But yeah, the vast majority of stuff you'll have a repricer on. Right there. Damn, we're getting some Cardinal Mason love in here too. And there's some people in the chat showing love for Cardinal Mason too. Right there.
How quick do top 1% grocery items sell on an average listing of 5 to 10 sellers? I mean, a lot. Good,
yeah, a lot.
Right? SellerAmp makes it pretty easy in terms of really equivocating a sales rank to an estimated amount of sales, right? So that you could take that number, really sort of divvy it across who's winning the buy box at what percentages, dig into different variations if that's the case. with all the data we have available, it's pretty clear in terms of how to drill down specific variations and specific velocity points to make estimated test buys. How long do you see if the buy box is an invitation on a keep a chart? 90 days is good enough.
Yeah, unless you're buying big quantities. And even if the price is like shooting up and you're going to FBM it, you just grab a couple and then you can just, worry about that right there. Awesome. I'm excited to get started. I have a couple thousand to start off with. So I'm 100% making the right choice. Yeah, exactly. Right. How much is your coaching program? So we don't necessarily disclose the price just because I wouldn't want to offer you if you weren't qualified for it. But a couple of different options. You can feel free to go to flipsformilescoaching.com and you can apply. How much to sell a month to make it a full-time income? It depends on your expenses right there. But so like a really leveraged virtual assistant, you don't really work often. Prep center, you'll be around 10% net. OA on your own should be around 15%. If you want to mix in retail arbitrage as well, you can get around 20 or even higher. And then December should be way higher for all those right there. Found some great products using the AMP. Yes, sir. Seller AMP to the moon, baby. Do you use the difference? Yeah, BQAI is better. And then rule-based is better if you give it good rules. Yeah. Right there. What else we got? Is there a difference between your roadmap program and your coaching program? Yes. Roadmap is do it yourself, and then coaching program is done with you. I can't seem to figure out how to get ungated in premium beauty. Is it not giving you the option, Chris, to request? I think it let me do it. I think right there. I think I have premium beauty ungated. Either way, call Amazon, bro, and see what they say. Sweet. What else we got? Can I do Amazon FBA in Ghana and still be in the US market? It's going to be hard too. If you're in Ghana, I would look into starting a service-based business, like maybe via VA, or like learn how to do Amazon PPC really well and start an agency for private label sellers, something like that. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. What are a few things to keep in mind? How do we determine how to price an item for FBA and FBM? The quick answer, look at what everyone else is priced at and do that, right? And when you send in a product to FBA, list it a tad bit higher, typically see if you can snag sales a little bit higher right there. And then for FBM, same exact thing. It's look where other people are pricing right there. Do you have a favorite rule for VQ? AI equalizer. Best net profit you've done to date, about 80 in a month right there. How long does it typically take to get wealthy off Amazon FBA? If you're asking that question, it's not going to work, my friend, because you're trying to work as little as possible. And it's just not going to work if you're asking that question.
So how many sellers do y'all feel comfortable sharing the buy box? What are the realistic percentages per seller so all that data is on a case by case basis.
You're overthinking it too, dude. You got to sell some shit. Like if you're even like, honestly, if you're new and even worrying about the buy box stats, you're overthinking it. Get your ass and do some retail arbitrage. Get one of this, two of this, three of this listed. Get 50 listings up, and then you'll be much better at product analysis when you have a bunch of anecdotal data. Is honestly, if you're new and even worrying about the buy box stats, like you're overthinking it.
Yeah. So when you're reverse sourcing, you can see where the offers are FBM or FBA, right? The FBA offers will be, they'll have the Prime badge, and they will also show shipped from Amazon, right? So, and the really cool thing is in the buy box rotation, you can see who and what percentages of the buy box rotation are going to FBA and FBM, right? And that's a good kind of for a lot of the seasonal stuff, right? Maybe some of the backpacks that you were working on in back to school, you'll see how much of the rotation, how much of the ownership is going to FBA, FBM, and offers in between. And that's going to be a good indication of what you can bring to the market as well.
Coaching is worth every penny. Appreciate it. Do you suggest repricer in bulk base? No. We have way too much. Money in these products to be repricing in bulk. Now, when you're doing reverse sourcing, are you able to see if people are doing FBA or FBM? Yep. Yeah, you can look at the listings. Do you mind sharing a few tips for configuring FBM? Really, all you got to do is scroll down and toggle on FBM and then add in the estimated shipping cost right there. All right, Chris, you've asked the same question about premium beauty like 3 times. We've answered it twice. Just rewind the stream a little bit. How do you bake the shipping cost into your price for a test buy with a new product when the shape varies per product? Well, the nice thing is it's going to be the same for each item, like each individual ASIN. The weight and size is going to be the same. So you just add in the estimates that we mentioned a couple minutes ago. Would you buy a product that is IP? Absolutely not. Can you share the preps that you use? I don't publicly right there. Nope. Just Keepa and SellerAmp for product research right there. And so, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out. Any last words, any tips for Labor Day, Garrett?
Source, put in the time. You have 10 hours, 7 hours left.
Yeah, when you're Googling stuff, like you'll be able to see that a lot of these retailers, right? If you just look at any of the stuff I made in my video today, Google those products, you'll see what websites they're carried on. Click into the website, go to the homepage, you'll see what type of sale they're offering, and you'll be good to go right there. Cool. All right. Appreciate you guys. Everyone have a good night. Let me know if you need anything. FlishMilesGuide.com for the free guide. If you're interested in coaching, FlishMilesCoaching.com. It's a great time to join that because we got Q4 coming up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.